Hi guys, it's me again. Hope you guys missed me. I just finished writing an article or submitting an article to Practical Sailor, but I wanted to shoot an accompanying video that goes with that. And I'm talking about shock socks, boat hooks, and fender care and management. But let me do a short video on that. So over here is the shock sock. So what I've done actually is I take gym socks, and then what I do is I just cut the end or what we call the toe, and I wrap that with a tie wrap, and then I bring it to all the way to the bottom here. I leave the biggest part of the sock to slide in, slide the sock inside the line, and then inside here is my shock. So because the sock is loose or long, it allows the shock absorber to go ahead and expand and contract. But you'll notice that as and if it touches my boat, it won't leave any marks, which is one of the problems with some of the shocks as they get older. You know, being exposed to the sun, they start to deteriorate. So the sock also protects the shock absorber from being exposed directly to the sun. While I'm at it, you'll notice that I have these two Sharpie lines on my stern mooring. So what happens is that we are stern 2 as far as mooring, or it's called Mediterranean mooring, or some people just call it stern 2. So the only invariable would be when I tie my stern lines. Those are always and should always be the same distance from the dock and all that, so I can get on and off easily and all that. And the only variable one, depending on if the water rises or goes up and down, would be my front bow lines. So those ones I will then install these when I back up. I set them to the lines, the markers off the shock there, and then I'll go in the front and tighten up on the mooring line. So even if the water, and we have floating docks by the way, so even if the water goes up and down, all this in the back is invariable. It's just going to stay with the dock. So that's it for the fenders. As far as the boat hooks, while I'm back here, you'll see what I've done here is this is an old boat hook where the twist and lock is no good anymore. So what I did is I actually extended it to however I want it. You'll see right there, there's another extension here. And because it doesn't work, what I did is I screwed the sections at the length that I need for me to use when I'm on the stern, and so it's fixed. And to position it where I can have access, I attached it to a 1-inch rigid water pipe attached with tie wraps, and in the bottom part I drilled 2 holes on each side and passed the tie wrap there so that the pole actually sits on those. It doesn't go through the whole pole, but it allows, if it's raining, it won't collect water in that pipe as well. So that's one part of the boat hook. And then you'll see here, again for the same article, my fenders. So what I did, because I go out alone quite a bit, so I put my fenders, I use tethers on each bottom of the fender, and it goes to the rear cleat, the stern cleat next to the helm, so I can release or deploy or bring them back up again. So as soon as I go sailing, I can lift them up out of the water. Yeah, people will say I'm a landlubber maybe, but I just don't have the time or the willpower to just say, okay, I got to remove those and store them somewhere or in the cabin. I think it's just a pain in the butt. But when they're up like that, what happens is that also if I'm heeling, I'm sailing into the wind and I'm heeling quite a bit, they won't splash and all that and bounce around in the wake or in the water. So that's a good improvement for, especially for do-it-yourself, or sorry, the yourself guys that go sailing on their own. It's a good trick if you're able to do that. And all that. So I do that, and I keep them up, and then I bring them back down when I go into a harbor. They are still adjustable from the position that they're at. So the other thing about boat hooks is I got tired of buying boat hooks. 40 years of sailing now, that with the twist and lock, and eventually they end up always failing, even if you buy expensive ones. So what I did is I actually use a painter's extension pole. What's nice is that it's fiberglass. That yellow thing you see there is actually fiberglass. The handle in the back is actually molded. So it's actually molded in, and there's no hole in the end here to allow air to come out. And the forward end is actually aluminum. And the boat hook end itself I bought separately, and it screws right in because it's a universal thread for a broomstick or hooks or whatever. It's all the same threading. But what this allows is, first of all, it won't rust because it's aluminum and fiberglass, and it floats. So I actually had it in the water for about 30 minutes. I had it tied to a line, and I figured 30 minutes was enough, but I think I could have just left it in the water. It would have floated for I don't know how long, maybe forever. But because it's fiberglass and there's no hole in the end over here, as soon as the heavier end, which is where the boat hook is, goes down maybe about an inch, no more than that, by the way. It went down, I extended it fully to 12 feet, 10 feet. And so it just lightly went below the surface of the water, the boat hook only. Well, it trapped the air inside the fiberglass handle. Because of that, it floats. The other thing too is because it's yellow, well, very visible. Even at nighttime, you can really see it in the surface of the water, so you can recover it. The last thing is about management, or I call it management, is positioning. So I got these Victory pole hooks here. So these are great. They can be installed on either horizontal or vertical, vertical or horizontal, you know, whatever poles that you have, from 7/8 and 1 inch as well. And this here you can put up to 1 7/8 inch to, you know, smaller if you want. And they're quick to lock and they're quick to release. And they've lasted me now, well, 8 years actually. It's been 8 years. I do have another set that I bought because I didn't expect them they would last that long, so I still have a brand new set anyways. So I got those from my boat supply store, and it's made by Victory. Just for the hell of it, I'll add the part number actually to that in the description of this video. So that's it for the 3 things. I can go on and on and on with other tricks that I have, but I do hope that these little videos help, and the little articles and all that. So if you do enjoy it, just go ahead and like. I'd appreciate that, and that way you'll get to, and subscribe. That way you'll get any new videos that I do as well. So listen, have a great day, and thanks for watching.